Hey guys, it's been a while. This is Johnny Garcia, the nobody. Anyways, today I want to talk about a little bit of um, jiu-jitsu, of course. That's my passion and something I do and think pretty much every day. You drive and you think jiu-jitsu. You sit down and there's a problem. I think jiu-jitsu. Um, Everything pretty much. It's part of what I do and the actions and motions I do throughout the day is all jujitsu. It's always in here. Like I said, you drive, it's jujitsu in here. I go do jujitsu, I teach class, I come back, and I'm supposed to leave it behind because I've already done with class, but it follows me. So all I can say, I am glad, and listen to this exactly. I am glad jujitsu found me. Okay, listen to that exactly. Jiu-Jitsu found me. I am glad, and I am glad Jiu-Jitsu introduced to me, and I'm glad we met. Cause now, man, we're like this, man. We're like best friends. What else can I say? Um, he, she, whatever you want to call it, is. But Jiu-Jitsu itself is here. It's with me. So I'm glad we got introduced. I'm glad we met, and we're in for the whole long haul, like they say. So we're in here for the long haul. Anyways, uh, I know I want to do a little bit more talking because I don't do too much talking. People see me, man, that guy's mad or he doesn't want to talk, but that's just the way I am. So I mean, sometimes I know you see these videos on line. You got the move of the day, the technique of the day, the technique of the week. I am working, and I just want to make sure the ones I get in there, I'm going to be having the technique of the month. So look out for that, and it's coming out I mean, ASAP, very quick, very soon. Um, but a lot of it is has to do with imagine yourself, you're going to college, or you're sitting down taking a course and you're taking notes. A big part of jujitsu, for me, in my opinion, is visual learning. I watch, I observe, I acquire certain skills throughout a journey, I guess you can say. Um, so a lot of it's a visual learning. It's not actually physically doing it. A lot of young guys nowadays, I guess you can say, because I'm you can say, I guess, cliche wise, they say old school. I'm a dinosaur. Um, I mean, I'm one of those guys that I go back always, and the guys will tell you I always go back to self defense. Nowadays, I have to throw a number. When you write it down on a piece of paper, if you're running a company, everything looks great on paper. You have to write something on paper. It doesn't mean that what you write on paper is what actually you do physically or out here or the move. So um, I'm going to tell you that jiu-jitsu is it's like a book, and it's not. It's a never-ending story. You can only get better. The only way you get worse is if you quit and you decide that, man, you're gonna go do something else besides jiu-jitsu. So I mean, you can only get better, and there is never an ending of what you can learn or what you guys can create. Like I tell my students, you have to be a mad scientist. You're your own mad scientist. Okay, so if I tell that guy or I tell that guy, you guys got to be your own mad scientist. When you go somewhere and you observe, you take a little bit sometimes of here, here, and there, and then you go back. if you watch your students doing their drills or techniques or their sparring, you kind of watch them, man, they move this way, they move that way. And that's me. I kind of like in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you can go here, you can do there. Okay, let's try this. Because I believe this will help you improve in your everyday class when you come in through that door, to help you improve jiu-jitsu skill wise and all the way around. Like I said, I'm gonna say 95%, 97% of today's jiu-jitsu is done more in the sports jiu-jitsu. They just want to, okay, let's spar. And if you don't spar, they go home, man, those guys and this and that. But a big thing of jiu-jitsu nowadays is that. But I always tell my students, self-defense, or if I'm having to use my jiu-jitsu as self-defense, there is such a thing as self-offense. Man, okay, they got me, then I gotta go on for the attack. So it's self-offense also. Okay? How do I perform when I leave that school, that academy, out that door, and I end up in some store, I end up on the streets, and I had to use my skills that I spend hours sometimes. I'm so dedicated. How do I perform in there? So, I mean, I kind of remind my students that it's not just, okay, let's spar. Some of the guys, young guys, just, oh, I saw this move and I just want to spar. That's it. Plain and simple. Nothing more. So, anyways, you guys got to be, like I said, your own mad scientist and create. Get that formula. And what works for me doesn't work for everybody. My shoe don't fit everybody. My clothes don't fit everybody. So, I mean, from there, like I said, go back, work with that formula. And, I mean, X times Z equals XZY or whatever it comes out. Man, you guys got to work on that. And it's one of those things that, man, you got to work every day at it. Whether it's physical, but a lot is here mental. Man, how do I train the mind? We work the body a lot, but how do I train the mind also? Find ways. How am I going to train that mind? Okay? So, anyways, I am actually here in what I guess I'm going to say and copy in terms of saying my man cave, what I have in here in this room. And it's usually all my stuff. This is kind of, you can say, my room. My son comes in and I tell him, hey, you can't come in there. Get out of there. Nobody's pretty much allowed in this room. This is the room where I keep different mementos, antiques, and little things that I have in here. For instance, like I said, I was looking over some stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. I got this when I was out there. I think it was back in 2006. Everybody knows. Who doesn't know Vanderlei? And you guys can see that Vanderlei, his greatest hits. Man, this is... but I believe everything I have in here, now that before I even go any further, I know I posted some stuff. I got a bunch of MMA stuff, classic stuff that some of you guys don't have. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Sakuraba. Big time Sakuraba fan. I believe he was one of the guys that really kind of put a lot of things out there as one of the smaller guys going out there. Some of the big guys, and man, they would put him in there with a bunch of different people, and then sometimes he was getting his head clobbered. But I know some of his cards, and I got just about every card, and I got for sure 2 of his cards. They're like worth $500. And then I got a bunch of other cards where he's at the Takata Dojo, and obviously, like I said, I have his book that I got. Like I said, there's people that got them or say, "Oh, I got one." Well, where did you get it from? I actually got it there when my cards, and matter of fact, in here, I'm trying to look right now. Okay, here it goes. I will even take it out of this bag. It's a keychain I've had when I was there. I think it was 2005. It's a memorable. See, you guys can see it says Saku. So some of you guys there's a lot of impersonators out there. Okay, you're Saku or whatever. Man, he's one of my favorite fighters. Everything's for sale. I forgot to mention that. But for the right price, I have to get that right price because it's my stuff. I've had it for years, and I want to try to keep a lot of it. But if you show me show me the money, like they say, then it's for sale. Anyways, let me see. I'm right here. I know I got a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna share some, and then on another segment or episode, I'll share something else. Just want to show that of Vanderlei. I know I got a bunch of cards there, but I collect a little bit of everything. I go around and buying different stuff. Some of you guys remember these. I know when I was going to school, these wooden nickels. I don't know if you guys were going into school and they would give them to you for like breakfast, and they would give those things out there for you. I have some of these bags I ran into the other day. I'm a big Monster fan. You remember that show, The Munsters? I mean, I have them still in the package, The Munsters. And I got several of those guys here. And I'm a big fan of classic monsters. Like, I have some cards, and these cards were, I don't know if my son probably did it, but were taken out. But these are some of the classic, like The Mummy. Who doesn't remember The Mummy? If you're a classic guy there, The Mummy. The monster, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Some of you guys know that guy. I love these classic aliens. I don't know if you guys have seen this one's called The Island in the Earth. You guys like, here's Herman again. Herman Munster in his famous car there. Herman Monster here again. These are open packages there. I mean, those are funny. Those are classic stuff. I remember when I was a kid, I would race to go home to go watch those movies there. And then, of course, I collect, like I said, a little bit of junk. Obviously, I'm a Superman fan. I have one of these issues, a muscle and fitness issue of Superman when it first came out. This Superman there. Let me see. I got a lot of things in here, but like I said, today I'm going to kind of share some of my favorite. This one's kind of my favorite because this is kind of like a 3D. I don't know if you can see how it changes. See how it changes? It's the Hulk versus the Thing, but then you got another guys there in the back when you move this guy. A lot of people are an Aquaman fan, but I'm actually a Namor. Some of you guys maybe know more as Submariner, so I'm a Submariner fan. So if I'm there in the water, I'm like Submariner. I like the Submariner. Namor. Who doesn't know RoboCop? And this, I got the comic with RoboCop versus the Terminator there. What do you think? The Terminator. And then I got them there. I got some metallic, and then I got all the stickers of Terminator 2. And I got some of these new Terminator versions of magazines, comics. Let me see. Oh, and then the guys that know me, I know there's some guys out there. One of my buddies, also students or ex-students, and we still keep in contact. Jerry, he was telling me, hey, what about Arnold? Man, I got Arnold, Muscle and Fitness Classic. It's on the package. I want to make sure this guy doesn't destroy it. I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Matter of fact, I got his book. I read his book. And Arnold, here you go again. I'm a big Arnold fan. Of course, some of you guys know I'm a Trump fan before he was even president. And Superman. I've got this. This is one of my other favorite Superman comics that I have. But I wanted to share also, like I said, I'm an Elvis fan, believe it or not. I got Elvis still in the package. Elvis Presley. And I got several of those guys there. And like I said, they're still in the package. Elvis Presley. I got a bunch of, these are Sakuraba cards that I have. They're in here that I need to separate actually and put them in a single type of package there. like I said, I collect a little bit of everything. I got this big thing in here that I got, I think, a while back. I think I paid about, I think it was $20. It's a John F. Kennedy. I know I'm also a fan of Pawn Stars. I mean, anything with Kennedy, and this is a newspaper. This is actually when he was, before he became president. Here, it came out in the Valley Morning Star paper. John F. Kennedy. So, I mean, I got this guy. So, I mean, this is also for sale. Like I said, everything's for sale that I have, but for the right price. I'm not just going to give them away. Like I said, I work hard, and I've gone to different parts of the world to collect some of my stuff that I have here. But, anyways, again, like I said, there's going to be another episode. My new technique of the month will be coming out really soon. I just thought I'd put out something, and then I got some other interviews that I'm looking at, and certain subjects I'll go over also that I'm looking at. That's about it. But other than that, like, if any of you guys have any ideas, or some of you guys feel I should go and interview somebody, like I said, I'm Johnny Garcia again, the nobody, and then hopefully you guys just kind of sit back and just listen, whether you do it audio wise while you're driving, or just listen. A lot of times we do a lot of visual, but man, listen. Sometimes we got to stop in life and just listen. Always listen. Don't always kind of just sit back, slow down, and listen. That's the best thing. That's kind of the advice I kind of tell a lot of folks. Stop, slow down, and listen, and then, man, live life. That's all I can tell you. Other than that.